All right, now let's actually have a look at our total leads in a more practical sense. How we're going to use basically what I've talked about with regards to reach, with regards to leads and views and everything in a practical example. So the example we're going to use here, I actually picked up a trailer on YouTube for Batman vs. Superman. And if you actually scroll down and look at the trailer, there is actually a more button. At the more button, you can get video statistics for a lot of these videos. And this will be a good way for you guys to even test out sort of what you've learned in a more practical sense by looking at different videos and how they capture the audience in different ways. Now, the things we're going to look at, of course, in the statistics is things like your views, your subscriptions driven, your shares, your likes. Now, views is your reach, so what target audience you've actually hit. Your shares or likes is basically your leads. So people that are going to most likely either watch the film or going to like the product, want to buy the product, and maybe like it enough that they'll share it with a friend. And of course, we all know word of mouth is probably the best marketing you can get out there. And of course, subscriptions driven. This is basically your sales. Essentially, which customers are going to be return customers. I'm going to come back to this trailer YouTube channel. And we'll talk a little bit more about the subscription-based stuff in the next, in a couple of sections from now, where we talk about your sales conversion rates, etc. But all right, I'm gonna give you guys now a Excel sheet view of some of the calculations, and I'll provide this information for you so you guys can actually have a play with it. You guys can implement maybe other YouTube videos and also in examples to see what the difference between different conversion rates, lead rates, capture rates, everything. Excellent. So here's the spreadsheet here. So we're going to talk about the Batman vs. Superman data. So we got a couple of different columns here. If you look at the data, we have our total views, likes, shares, and subscription-driven sales. Now I've categorized these into two different categories. The first area is your total views and likes. This is where you get the information from just underneath the video, not from the actual data or additional data. Whilst the other total views, shares, and subscription-driven sales is directly from their video statistics. Now you have a couple of different information and data here that you can use to, as we said, work out our lead conversion rate and sales conversion rate. So essentially your total views is your reach, so how much of the market you've actually reached with your actual video. Likes is your leads, so how many people liked it generally means how many people most likely will see it too. So whilst they might have not fully converted, they'll likely share it, and that's where shares comes in as well, or share it with a friend or go see the movie, etc. And subscriptions driven, this is specifically for the actual trailer YouTube channel. This is essentially their sales. So they obviously want more subscriptions because that means repeat users, which will come back and back to have a look at their videos. Excellent. So the two important conversion rates I talked about earlier when you're dealing with leads and total leads, you want to know your lead conversion rate because essentially it doesn't matter how many views you get. If your conversion rate is bad, not many people are going to like it. The campaign might not be as successful. So in this case, the way to work that out is really, really simple. You look at essentially leads over reach. So let's say 117,000 over 18 million here as a percentage. So if I double click on that, you'll see the calculation. Pretty simple. And the same with sales conversion rates. That's actually sales over leads. So obviously, leads are the people you're targeting for your sale. You are targeting your total views, but only out of the total views, it goes down to leads are the people that are interested. And out of those interested people, that's where you get your subscriptions. So as you can see here, it's sales over leads as a percentage. Again, really simple. 4,000 over the 117,000 as a percentage. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of things we can straight away notice. Since it's such a wide campaign and garnered such a huge audience, there's a lot of views. But their lead conversion rate, their likes, is not that great. I mean, YouTube videos in general, I guess you could take this with a bit of grain of salt, don't have a great lead conversion rate. They don't have a lot of people liking or sharing all the time, but whilst they do have lots of views. However, their sales conversion rate is pretty healthy, I'd say. The amount of likes to subscriptions driven is pretty alright. 3% is quite a fair number. So 4,000 new customers just from watching one video, I'd say that's a pretty big win for them. Excellent. So that's basically it. There is, of course, I have entered in a blank data sheet for you guys. So you can actually make your own data, put in your own data and sort of work out the conversion, sales conversions. You can essentially just go to any video. This will be a good way to sort of practice, get yourself an idea of how to use data when you're doing campaigns and videos. And so just choose any video, put in their total views, their likes, their shares, subscriptions driven. Try and find videos that will have those statistics, because not all of them will have it enabled. And see what kind of conversion rates you get and what kind of conclusions you can come up with. And the next thing we're going to learn about, of course, is your cost per lead. This is going to be really, really interesting and really useful. And you're going to be using this in your campaign budgeting a lot. So I'll see you guys in the next section.